Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat 11 video. Today I'm going to be doing a Johnny Cage guide. It's not going to be nearly as long as my Scorpion guide, or probably not as in-depth, but it will give you a lot of the basics on how to play as Johnny Cage, and give you a good idea of what to do. To start off with his normals, his down 1 7 frames, plus 11 on hit, and it's, like, it's kind of has a weird animation at the end, like the recovery frames, but it's not a bad down one. Down 3 is actually quite good, decent range. The range isn't the greatest, but 9 frames, -5 on block, and by the way, this is -5 on block as well. The down 2, 9 frames, plus 27 on hit. -7, this is safe from this range, basically. And last but not least, the down 4 is only 8 frames, and -6 on block. This is a very good down 4. 8 frame, plus 18, it's a very good down 4. And with that out of the way, if you look at his throws, forward throw, they're not full screen quite, but they are pretty far away, so keep that in mind. And the back throw is pretty similar. Again, not full screen, but they're quite far. Actually, you know what, let me just go to the, first turn variation here, just to make it a bit more convenient. Anyway, let's talk about some normals real fast, some key normals. And these are the three I want to talk about. So axe kick is really nice. It's a 14 frame mid, which is -14, but what it's really here for is extending your corner combos. Like, you can do stuff like, so you can, do stuff like this, and you can just axe kick. You want to do optimally 2 axe kicks. Like, you can definitely get some use out of axe kick, but axe kick's main purpose is to extend your combos in the corner. I mean, like, sure, you can get a mid-screen combo off of an axe kick. You can dash in. If you have to time. Actually, that's not what you want to do. Actually, this is the reason why I don't know what to do off of this is just because this is not something you would want to do. I mean, you could probably do that, but it's for extending your corner combos. Do like 2 of these after 4-4. That takes some really solid extra damage in the corner. Because Johnny has some really good corner combos. Forward 3 is a really important part of his toolkit. It's 14 frames, it's -4 on block, but it goes into this string. It's forward 3, 4-4, and it's dial in. But this is going to be his go-to combo starter. Just canceling this into a net punch. And I do keep in mind that this is quite, or actually it's second block. It's only -2. But, you know, that's like a good mid-screen combo for Johnny. Anyway, and then we have the forward 4, which is -9, but it goes into 2 decent strings. And this is one of the worst crushing blows in the whole game. You have to whiff the first attack and hit the second one by itself. And it's 26% if you can do it. But this will almost never happen, because this is a very slow high attack, and you have to completely whiff the first one. But it gets on hit, that's nice damage, especially for just 2 hits. And you can do some zoning. But really, what you want to do is this. So it's +16 on hit right here. And decent damage, double mid, and it's -5. So this is actually a really nice string to just throw out with Johnny, because it's -5, and especially in like the corner here, you can just keep pressuring with this, and eventually you might land one and get a full combo off of it. But that's just what I'm going to talk about there. Let's move on to some good strings with Johnny. If I can find some of the ones you want to be using with him. Crushing blow. Okay, these are the 4 best strings. Now, I'm not saying that these are the only ones you're gonna be using, but these are some of the best ones. Post credits it starts with a 7 frame mid, or 7 frame high, my bad, and it's -7 on block. So, like, you can get a down 1 off of this, but that's really it. Because it's really close. I mean, you could down 1, or maybe some characters could down 3. Or like Raiden when supercharged can punish you, of course. But most characters cannot really get a full. Nobody can get a full combo. That's for sure. But really, what this is for is extending your combos. And I'll talk about combos later. But pretty much after a nut punch, you're always gonna want to dash forward into a 1-2-1 into a back forward 4. Shadow effect. And that's why post credits is a good string. Also, it's actually +20, so in the neutral, it's pretty safe. It's actually a good punish. You know, you could cancel the first 2 hits. Yeah, you can cancel the first 2 hits on hit. But you know, I mean, it's more of an extending combo string. Anyway, 4-3-4-4 is a really good hit confirm because keep this safe or go into a nut punch. So, you know, you have to dial this in, by the way. There's no 4-3-4 all in one, but since you can just mash the last 2 inputs if you need to, then it's really not too bad. But it's safe on block, it's a good combo starter, and this is just your best string with Johnny. I already talked about this. Decent 2-hit damage. His only string that crushing blows, it's not exactly a good crushing blow, but it has its niche utility. And Wingman, again, talks about this as well. Double mid, safe on block, long knockdown. Pretty good move. Not a whole lot of variety in the strings, but Johnny is a rushdown character, and he knows what he wants to do, you know? I would like to talk about this, though. Back 4 has this low. And it's actually really weird to do this input. It's really weird. You can get it. But honestly, the ability to go low into a combo is really not bad. It's like half as much damage as you could be getting with, say, a 4-3-4-4. But, you know, if they, for some reason, just keep blocking high, like if you just keep scaring them with your, this one range, but if you keep scaring them with like short hops and your overheads, then eventually they're just gonna start blocking high all the time, and then you get the combo. Now you have to space that out a bit better, but yeah, I'm kind of rushing here. Anyway, let's go to the special moves. I'll save the special moves, or the very specific one, for later. I actually want to talk about this as well. So straight force ball. It's a quite fast projectile. 14 frames with startup. Moves pretty fast. 6 damage. Up close. On block. So if I did the block, this is -10. But if I amplify it up close, so like this is -10. And then if I show the amplify. Hold on, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so if I show you the amplify on block, I show block. Okay, it's -2, and with this distance, it's basically setting back to neutral. And so that's nice. It's a good zoning tool. Pretty quick. Now the second one is a high, but again, the reason you would amplify this a lot of times is just to be able to be safe on pretty much everything. If you're good with hit confirming, you're almost never punished with Johnny Cage. It's actually one of his best qualities. And then nut punch, which is a weird input. Nut punches, because it's instead of down back, it's back down. It's a little awkward, but there's two main things for this move. When amplified, it's your combo extender. You dash in, your combo down. That's not optimal, but it's just something quick. But what if I just don't? I could just not spin the bar here, and it restands right in my face, and I can just pressure you. I'm +5. I can pressure you. If I do an attack here, if I just do this, you know, you have to hold that. You know, or for example, if I do the string, so if I do that, they kind of have to hold all this on block. Like a throw, they have to tech right because that's 5 frames. Nothing is going to be able to stop you. But anyway, so that's a really nice move, and we're not done yet because it also crushing blows. It has 2 crushing blows. The Amplify does. If you get a first hit of the match or on punish. Now, there's not a lot of move. This will not happen very often for 2 reasons. Because you have to throw out a neutral nut punch to get a first hit, and this thing is 13 frames in startup and very unsafe. Right? So it's not gonna happen. I mean, I guess against like a newer player, you can block something, and then they just try to mash buttons and you get a counter right here, and that counts as first hit. And I guess I can see that. But how this is gonna happen is if you punish an attack that's -13 or more. It says 27 for the Amplify, but it's really only 13. Where you actually need to get the punish. So, let me just hold on. It'd just be easier to do this. If I do this, I'm getting 19%, and I still extend my combo. So that's 31% instead of just it's really not much more damage because I'm not getting the damage from the 4-3-4-4 anymore. But I mean, it's not bad. It's helpful, I guess. Again, you're not gonna get much use out of this crushing blow, but in some situations it can help you. So, I mean, crushing blows are never a bad thing. And we have flippy kick, which is down back 3. It's a mid, -14 on block, 11 frames in startup. It's not a bad combo ender, actually. But the problem with that is 2 things. The shadow kick is a bit more damage, and is a bit easier to combo into. Like, for example, it's a lot easier to do that than it is to try to do this. Yeah, I did not touch that by accident. But it's not easy to go a flippy kick there. And even if you do get it, it's less damage. Now, sure, you could have spin the bar there, but you're getting like, if you count in the scaling, you're getting like 30 extra damage just for an extra bar, which isn't worth it. But you know, I guess it can, like, if you do a 1-2-1 in the neutral, you know, you can combo after it. If you really want to spin the bar, you can. Like, you can do this. Like, if they have 20% left, and I mean, all you have to do is catch them with 1 7-frame attack, and the fight is over, which is nice, you know. That can be helpful. But could also just get a hat and get that long knockdown without having to spin bar. So it's got its situations, but it's not great. And then shadow kick. Honestly, max distance that, which doesn't really range. You can just throw this out at enemies that are trying to throw projectiles if they have a long startup in their projectiles. like a Joker's back forward 3 projectile, you could honestly just on reaction just shadow kick them. And it's good damage. But obviously, best thing is it's a great way to end your combos. So it's a very good Johnny Cage move. Against certain projectiles, it can be a nice punish. Just no. Because Johnny Cage wants to be in your face. Like, if someone's got their back to the corner throwing projectiles, I'm not plus 22. There you go. And you're done. But anyway. So that's a good move. We'll be using that. And now I want to talk about the Fatal Blow, because it's an interesting Fatal Blow, and it has some unique properties that I want to talk about. So, normally, it's 27 frames. It hits mid, and it's minus 27 on block. So not a great Fatal Blow, right? But, here's the best part. Well, let's talk about the cool part. You can delay it, which is nice, because say, like an enemy tries to do something like, I don't know, they try to jump over it. That's like that's something a lot of players will do. They'll read or wake up Fatal Blow on Johnny Cage, jump, kick. But if I just hold it, I can time it right, and you take this damage anyway. But the best part is, you can dash cancel out of your Fatal Blow. So if she's blocking, like, look, sure, you could do that on block. You can throw out a Fatal Blow. A lot of players will do this. I'm actually not great with Johnny Cage's Fatal Blow cancel. You can get a lot quicker than this. Something like that. Like, sure, your Fatal Blow goes back on cooldown, but you'll get it again pretty soon. And that's just a free mix. And sometimes they'll expect the throw, and you just actually throw it out. You know, who cares? So it's a good Fatal Blow because of that cancel. Alright, now I want to talk about the variation-specific special moves that Johnny Cage has, and we're going to start with this variation. This is tournament. I'm only going through the tournament variations, by the way. I'm not going through any other ones. Anyway, first move is Mime Time. It's actually a parry. So I'm going to have Devora do her forward 2. I don't know why. So normally, it's 110 damage, and you can actually hold this down, so it's quite a while. And you can hold it down. Then as well, you can amplify this once it hits, and it actually starts off combos. So if you don't respect Johnny Cage, you can take this combo just for trying to attack him. He sniffs out like a wake up, for example. Now he doesn't have like a really good upper wake up crushing blow like Liu Kang does, but he does have a crushing blow, and it's not great, of course, but we'll talk about it. Triggers on first hit of the match or after landing 2 extended mime times. Now, an extended mime time is a mime time that you've held down for a significant amount of time. So normally this is the normal duration. But if I hold down the button, it gets a little longer. So and I think that you have to hold it down. I'm a little hazy on this crushing blow, because I've never gotten it by that, because you don't catch enemies with the parry that often. But it actually is a nice parry for the first hit, because unlike the nut punch, this is something that could happen. Somebody just like attacks immediately. Whew. This took 37%, and I messed up the combo. If I die, like, you have to wait really long to do this. But if I wait, if I'm patient, I'm not the most patient person. Anyway, you can do it. I'm just bad. I'm under some pressure right now, okay? This is 20 minutes. It's gonna be the same length. I'm stupid. Anyway, but, so that's the mime time. You know brass knuckles. This is probably gonna take longer. I'm dumb. Anyway. I don't know why I put it on right now. We have brass knuckles. 52 frames in startup. Great. As you can see though, we're doing a lot more chip damage, and that's what this whole move does. On block, this is normally doing 3 damage. If we do brass knuckles though, it's doing 2 damage. So like, in the corner, you can just keep pressuring. Like, this is decent damage. Let me put the health bar back, just so you can see how much I'm doing here. So like, look at all this chip I'm making you hold. Now it actually has to be a move where you punch them, of course. But all these safe strings that I have, where you just have to hold chip damage, even the down one, like that's a decent amount of chip. You just have to hold all this. It's not my favorite. You can't amplify this, by the way. It's not my favorite move, but because the actual damage of your attacks do not get affected. It's just block damage, so it's helpful. Don't get me wrong. Like this will help you out for sure. By the way, if the startup it starts up in 1 frame, technically. So if he starts the attack, if you look at it, it says it starts up in 1 frame. So technically, as long as you do the input, no matter when you get punished, you still get it. FYI. So, on your punch attacks, you do more block damage. Alright? Like, just to prove that it doesn't do more. Actually, yeah, it does do it more. Sorry. It's twice as much block damage. That's cool, though, but it doesn't last for very long. You can maybe get like a string or 2 in. But it can be helpful for that pressure. Now, this is a cool move. It's called Rage, or Caged Rage. And here's the cool thing about this move. Each time, so let's just talk about it normally. Caged Rage is 60 damage high, 29 frames in startup. You can amplify it, and it's 100 damage, and you actually get 22 frames of hit damage. That's cool. You can dash in and pressure and wake up. That's nice. But the cool thing about this move is that each time it's blocked, so blocked once, now it's doing 80 damage and it's a mid. If she blocks it again, 80 damage mid, now it's at 100. So here's how the scaling works. There's 3 levels. There's normal Caged Rage, which is 60 damage high, and if you block Caged Rage, then you go to stage 2. Now if the stage 2 hits, now you're back to stage 1, because it's 80 damage mid. But if the Devora blocks both, or hold on, let's go to all blocks. But let's say she blocks this. Now you're in Caged Rage stage 3, which is 100 damage unblockable, and then you're back to stage 1. So and keep in mind, -3, -3, and then that's just, I mean, the only thing you look at is recovery. Let me show you the recovery frames if you look at, because you can't block it, of course, especially recovery range. There's 28 recovery frames. So this is a really unique move. It's cool, and you can also still get your amplifier off of this. So I did that. That's decent damage. It's 15%. It's unblockable too. So that's the best part. So it's a cool move. It's not the most practical in a fight, but actually the idea behind it is really cool, and it has some practical abilities. All right, variation 2. We have Showstopper. This variation will go a little bit quicker. All right, let's say we have maybe not Throwing Shades. Now, this conflicts with Brass Knuckles. It's the same input, so you can't have Brass Knuckles and Throwing Shades. FYI. It's tight, have easy crushing blows on. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it has a range, by the way. And here's your range. It'll disappear, which is weird because it looks like it's hitting from that distance, but it's not. And when it lands, it's a 60 damage mid. It's like a mid-screen projectile, basically. You can't amplify it. It's a weird move. Yeah. It's a weird move. I don't even know how to say it. It's got some hit advantage for him. That's fine, I guess. It's got some good hit advantage. I mean, the hit advantage is actually quite nice. 20 frames is a bit deceptive because you have to account for your recovery frames as well. This is more of a meme move, to be honest. But it does have actually a really good crushing blow. First hit of the match, yada yada yada. You know, that's something that most of Johnny Cage's crushing blows have. They have like 2 crappy requirements. But I guess that means you can get it in multiple ways. Anyway. But a dash cancel fatal blow combo is the other way to get it. So let's just I dash cancel into Throwing Shades. So that's actually not how that's gonna work. You might think that you're supposed to just dash cancel. You might think that you're supposed to do this and do Throwing Shades. But no, you're actually not. You're supposed to dash cancel your fatal blow mid combo. Oh, actually, you don't have Nut Punch this variation. Alright? It's actually combo into a throw on this variation, which is weird. Anyway. So let me show you the fatal blow. Refreshing blow. It's 15%. It has enough hit stun to get a combo off of it. Depending on the range, like there I could have. I could get a combo off of it. No. That didn't combo. You actually don't get enough. You don't get a lot of hit stuns. You have to actually be in range because he has a lot of recovery frames, even on hit. But you know, hey, you can get some damage off of this. I don't like this move. It just doesn't seem practical. But let me have to say Sheaves. It replaces Nut Punch, 60 for damage high. And if you... So instead of this combo... we'll talk about that after a little bit. It's not good. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about it later. It's basically just a different way to extend combos. The best part about this move is actually... is that it gives you meterless... Or not meterless, unbreakable damage, I guess I should say. Like, you might not get as much damage from, say... Like, let's just do something simple. Trying to think of something. Or you have to turn the bar the other way. Like, you can't combo off of that, that's what I'm trying to show you. Like, something like that. Let's just say that, for example. You could probably do this. That's only 25% compared to about 30, but you can't break away from that damage. All of that is guaranteed damage. Except for with the other one, right after Nut Punch, you could just break away. And only getting about half your damage. So the good thing about Say Cheese is that it keeps the opponent standing. And they have no way to break away. And actually, this gives you some good frame advantage if you want to end with Say Cheese, similarly to Nut Punch. Now, in order to get a crushing blow, you have to hit first hit of the round. or miss this move 3 times in a row, and then catch them with an amplified version. And it gives you a bit more damage. This is never gonna happen on Mash, just don't even try it. His crushing blows are awful. That's one of Johnny Cage's big holdbacks. And the variation 3 we go. And this is a zoning variation. Zoning-ish variation. I mean, I wouldn't call it a zoning variation. Let's do about this first. You don't get Flippy Kick, but you do get Rising Star, which is going to do just 50 damage, and it's unsafe. But if you spend bar, it does an overhead, but it is safe on block. And you also get more damage. And actually get a really nice knockdown. Like, this is plus 26 right in your face. And Johnny Cage is a rushdown character, if you can tell. So this kind of frame advantage at the end of your combos is really good. So something like, here's how you might want to end the combo. I'm a little rusty, of course. Anyway, I really apologize if I'm dropping a lot of combos. I'm just trying to talk through this really quickly, because we're hitting the 30-minute mark. Anyway, but, you know, this move is not bad for ending your combos, but, and you get some really good frame damage, so this is a great move. And then you have, you don't have, your back forward force ball anymore. Instead, you get low force ball, which is mid hitting, and when amplified throws a big projectile, that actually at full screen, so it can be an anti-air, at full screen it'll hit, and if you hold back during the amplified, then you throw the second force ball that's lower, I guess. And similarly, the other force ball, nice 16, so if you amplify, you're neutral. And then you have high force ball, which again, just like the low force ball meter burn, at full screen is a mid, but usually this is going to be more of a anti-air or a combo extender in the right situation, or not combo extender. We can use it in a combo in some situations. If you spin the bar, then you throw another projectile, and if you hold back, you get a, if you hold forward, you get a high second projectile as well. You get 2 high projectiles. This move is really great for zoning somebody out and ending your combos with some great damage and frame advantage. I mean, sure, you might have to say that is an extra bar worth like 50 damage and good frame advantage? Yes, it's definitely worth it with Johnny Cage. Like, you know, this honestly is worth a bar. Just being able to throw them, to go for one of your safe strings, literally anything you want. Alright, let's talk about your combo. This is how you're going to be doing your basic Johnny Cage combo. I don't know if I should be the one telling you this since I'm dropping all my combos right now, but damn it if I'm going to try. So we're going to do 4-3-4-4, Director's Cut, into a Nut Punch, and we're going to amplify it, into Post Credits, and we'll end it with a Shadow Kick. Now, the hardest part about this is, let's go step by step. Director's Cut, you have to dial this in, by the way. You can't, like I said earlier, you can't just do 4-3-4. You have to do all 3. But again, you can just mash the 4s. Like, it's really not too difficult to do. And, so you actually have time. If it's blocked, then you can just not do the Nut Punch, and you're safe. If you do hit it, you go into Nut Punch, and then you amplify. The part that some people may struggle with is dash canceling the 1-2-1. So you're going to dash forward, and you're going to cancel it into your 1-2-1. it's not a difficult dash cancel. Like there's a lot more difficult dash cancels in this game, but if you don't know how to dash cancel, I could see you having some trouble with this. Honestly, it's not even a dash cancel. It's more of just dashing in. It's not a dash cancel. Anyway, I'm going on now. And then once you land that, sometimes you'll get it too high. Make sure that you don't do the 1-2-1 too early. It just takes some practice, like, because like there, it's perfect. You're getting your 30% combo and decent distance, especially if you have the zoning variation. This is perfect. But yeah, that's kind of your main Johnny Cage combo. I could show you some corner combos real fast. Like, I don't know, I could drag you to the corner here and do maybe, I don't know, let's do something improv. We could do a 4-3-4-4, nut punch, spot, spot. You could probably, anyway, if you honestly, this is not the best guide for combos. If you want to know how to do a good Johnny Cage combo, it's actually a similar combo to, actually, I think it's the same combo as this mid-screen one, but you can learn some crushing blow mid-screen combos as well, or corner combos, my bad. Check out Mad Dog Games. A lot of combo videos for characters. So if you want to learn mid-screen combo and a good corner combo and good crushing blow combos, honestly, his videos are perfect for that. Like, he'll go a bit more in depth on how to perfect this mid-screen combo, and he'll talk about some corner combos. Honestly, you should check out his channel. Anyway, I thought this was not going to be as long, but it turned out to be longer. Anyway, thanks for listening to me drone on for 35 minutes about a character I play sometimes, and drop a lot of combos that make me a very unreliable source. But hey, I don't really know. I'm bad at outros, so this is an outro, I guess. And like and subscribe, because, I don't know, just do it. Am I gonna watch this later and be super cringed out? Yes. Am I gonna wish I had ended it 30 seconds ago? Yes.